everyone. We're back talking to Emmanuel Omenyini. I love saying that name.
And also Rich Kid from
and
Harlem.
the Rich Kid from Harlem. You know what? Our show is sponsored by Denny Moe's Superstar Barbershop. You hear that commercial we play? Turn 'em, 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 Clipper Zone.
So we're back here with Emmanuel from Operation Hope, and we were just talking before we went to break about the financial aspect of the business plan. So
right.
you want to get back into that, and we can talk about the marketing as well.
Okay. Yeah, and just really briefly, I think, oftentimes, particularly in the black community, there's not enough emphasis placed on the marketing and the financials.
Right. Say that to the camera.
There's not enough emphasis placed on the marketing and the financials. And, I would say, the first thing of the financial basis is, you want to definitely have good bookkeeping, a good accountant, make sure you pay your taxes, because in the long run it will hurt you.
It'll come back to haunt you in
yes,
the long
it will.
run.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And before we went to break, you were asking me if you're a new business, you don't necessarily have, cash flow and things of that nature. Well, most of a business plan for a startup is based upon assumptions. You do your research, and you assume that based upon a certain size of the market, you can tap into a certain percentage of that market, and that would equate to your revenues.
Okay.
So as far as your balance sheet, as far as your cash flow.
These are all sheets that have to be in the business plan, balance sheet, cash flow sheet?
Well, again, it depends on the purpose of the business.
Okay,
plan.
okay.
And it depends on what you have, pretty much. If you're a startup, you're not pretty much going to have a balance sheet because it's nothing, unless it's
well, you would have a balance sheet.
Well,
it's just not going to have much on it.
Right.
But if you're going for a loan, you will definitely have to have all of those.
Okay.
There's no two ways about it. Now, in most cases, the balance sheet will serve as a personal financial statement. They just want to see your assets, liabilities, all those different types of things.
Okay.
But, as you mature, you're definitely going to have a business balance sheet and then your own personal balance sheet, etc. And those things are very, very important. I would suggest, anybody, when you're doing your cash and financial management, QuickBooks is a really great way to go. Very effective way to manage yourself until you can kind of
let people know who may not know what is QuickBooks.
QuickBooks is an accounting software for the independent user, made by Intuit. Don't go buy full price. Go to Amazon, get a used copy, and get it dirt cheap and use it because it's very useful and it'll save you a lot of headache in the long run.
Right.
Okay.
Now, in terms of marketing, we have our guru over here, Rich Kid. I'm thinking from more of a theoretical perspective, but this is a man who's owned, bought, and sold all kind of businesses.
And if anyone knows, particularly this past summer or the past year, the shirt that was running around Harlem and practically New York City, and I probably seen at least every day with somebody with that T-shirt on, and it's called Hi Hater.
I've seen that.
So
I'm so
Hi
glad
Hater
to meet you.
is a big shirt with a big letters, right? So, yes, the mic. Pick up the mic. Can you tell us about that and your marketing strategy with that T-shirt?
All right. Well, first of all, I had always wanted to own my own business because I grew up here in Harlem. Everything around me is black owned. So my landlord, black, storefronts, everything. So I always grew up with the bossman mentality. So, my first initial, when I was young, like everybody else, was pack bags, sell newspapers, to make money. And one day I wanted to start I'm in the music business, I'm rap, as a rap artist. So I wanted to start my company up, but I didn't have the money to start it up like the normal person. So I had about maybe like $97, So I said I had to figure out a way how to market myself, get my name out, and get the company's name out at the same time.
Right.
And so I figured, I said, wait a minute, let me just print up some T-shirts.
Right.
And then I went to go print up some T-shirts, and my company slogan was, I want to live like a rich kid.
You hear that?
So after I printed up the T-shirts, then I was going to give them out like normal record labels. They give out things like CDs and T-shirts out. They, to promote their company logo.
Right.
But the first time I picked up the T-shirt to hand it out, the guy said, how much? $20.
You said, yeah.
Light bulb. It's like, Yeah, $20.
$20. So
$20.
someone else just made up your price
Right,
for you.
exactly.
Yeah, he just made the price for me and everything. I didn't have to do nothing. So it turns out that my marketing strategy became making the people advertise for me and making everybody a human billboard walking around.
Right.
Okay, hold that thought because we do have a caller on the phone.
Hey, how you doing?
We have one caller on the phone.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. First, my name is Craig Schley, and I want to say this is remarkable. I love it. I am so proud of the two of you ladies.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Yes, brothers, how are you feeling today?
Very well, thank you.
Very well, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna get to it rather than I could stroke you for quite some time, but I'm gonna just take advantage of this opportunity and hear what these gentlemen have to reply on this, especially this gentleman, businessman Emmanuel from Hope. I don't see too many of us actually engaging in enough collaborative businesses. I see a lot of businesses go in as single entrepreneurs. They collapse and also often do not. Is there any way that a person can start being mindful of going into business in the field of products that we actually need, not merely consume, but functions a service in the community? For instance, you see a lot of foreigners producing stores that have stores that provide like toiletries, the necessities of a community, and how would someone go about finding out what in this area, let's say particular Harlem, is a need that we have that could be a business to develop? What is the processes that they would go through and speak about going into business with a partner? And other than that, ladies, I will see you again. And you have my support, and I'm gonna pass this on and put it on my site as well.
All right.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you very much. You want to answer that, Rich Kid?
Okay, the first rule of business that I've learned from experience, not from a book, not from a school or anything. Partnerships really work. Collaborations with businesses really work. Number one, the reason is because one individual might have enough funds to fund the situation
Right.
fully, and the other individual may not have as much money to fund the individual. So it comes to a point where over time, as both individuals trying to continue to fund the same business venture, that one of them runs out of money.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is the one that's spending more of the money into the project venture tends to want to take more control over the whole situation.
Right.
Thus,
That's where the problem
phasing
creates.
that's phasing the other partner out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, partnerships work for as business that I've seen is when both partners are equal in funding and have the ability to continue to fund the project.
Well, I have something to say about that because do you consider, and this is open for even another caller to call in, I understand his question, and you're talking about partnership. If I am the creative aspect of it and someone is the money part of it, and we have financial person, and it's like a 50-50, of course we see that the person who has the money seems like there tend to be more. But if I'm the creative,
say for instance,
is that equal or not?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I just want to give an example. Like, if someone she said the experience to run a business, and the other person really does, to run a particular business, I should say, and that other person, the partner, just had the financial backing, do you think that's a 50-50 partnership? Or, because you have the financial backer, and then you have the person with the experience that could actually run the business on the day-to-day operations.